Hello. It's
John C.
No, I'm not John Cena, but hello. Good to be streaming again. Now, as usual, no solid plan for this stream, but I have been working on a bit of mod support for the game. So, as you play the game, you will hire crew, and those crew can help you in combat or exploration, things like that. Now, they are randomly generated, so you can't create the crew. You find them, you hire them, or you have a few to start out with when you begin the game, and they get assigned like a name, gender, an avatar, which we'll be looking at in a second, and some background information. They'll have a role in your ship as well, although that's something I need to do later. So for the mod support, and hopefully the music's not drowning out my voice, for the mod support, sorry, 1 second. Oh, we're good. So for the mod support, in your local app data, this is where your save file will be, but it's also where you can have custom avatars for crew members, and you can also have custom strings, so you can have names. There's nothing in here because these are just like the empty files I create for the player to use. You can have custom ship names, and the idea is that when the game launches, it loads everything in here, sort of adds it to the database, and then throughout your playthrough you will see the custom avatars and custom strings that you entered into here. So I'm going to quickly test that by creating something. I'm going to make it really obvious. Where is paint gone? Where has it gone? .net, paint.net. Apparently it's disappeared from existence. So bear with me a moment. Project software, paint.net. It's clearly installed, but I don't know why it disappears from the search bar. That's an icon. Where is... There we go. That happens sometimes and I don't know why. It's obviously installed. I've just opened it, but it does not appear in my search here. Just makes it more difficult to get to. So if I do a quick 512 by 512 maybe. Delete the background. Just add some random shapes in here so it'll be obvious. Sure. Okay, that'll do for testing, really basic. So save it to desktop for a second. So let's put this in the mail avatar folder. On the desktop, drag it into here. Now it does look for PNG and JPEG files specifically, so if anything else goes in this folder, it won't be used. Let's actually go to the script that handles fetching these. Get random avatar. It's right there. It's right there. So as you can see here, we only look for PNG and JPEG files. I haven't tested this yet, so it might not even work. Turns it into a 256 by 256 image. And this will detect it's in the mail folder, so it will add it to the mail avatars. So, in theory, with any luck, that now shows for some mail crew that are generated. So let's see if it works. Any errors? No, it's a good sign. Let's generate some crew. Might take a few attempts because it is random, so we might not get the crew member with that icon. Not in this case. Try again. Nope. Try again. I think it generates every time we change scene, actually, so we don't need to restart the game. Nope. And yes, some of these avatars are stolen from Star Sector right now, just for me to test quickly. That didn't work either. Never did that. Now I don't know if this simply isn't working, or if we're just not getting the random generation picking that avatar. I suppose we could check actually if it's even loaded, because it should be in the ProcGen linkers, mail avatars. No, it's not loaded. So, issue will be in here somewhere. We definitely have a PNG image. So let me just think about this for a minute. We should probably stick some debugs in here to see if or where it fails. Still there, mail example. So it obviously doesn't add it to the list, otherwise we'd see it in the list. But I wonder where it fails. If the path exists, persistent path plus the direction. That should work fine. But let's be sure. Let's be sure. So debug.log. Avatar path exists. And that would be, well, let's print that path. Avatar path exists. Well, that's all we need for that bit. Avatar path exists. If we find an image with this PNG or JPEG file exists, let's do file. Let's see if we load the image. Text.name. No. No, I don't want Visual Studio. Clicked it by mistake. Sorry. Come on. See ya. Right. So when the script loads from the mod folders, it should be added to this list here, specifically the male one, because we've added a male avatar here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what the debug says and see where it stops working. Did that just not do anything at all? Proc-gen avatars. Awake, load avatars from file. Proc-gen avatars. It's right there. So what's the issue? The fact it hasn't printed anything is interesting. Okay, so does the path not exist at all? I wonder if it's a case of it doesn't like combining paths. Oops. Now we should at least see the path combinations. There we go. So it doesn't like these path combinations for some reason. Persistent data path, avatars may have. Persistent. Oh. No, that's right. Persistent data path is the one we want. Sorry, just checking things. Right, so what's going wrong here? Path is... I don't think it likes this combine for some reason. Yeah, because it's not getting the full path, it's just getting the avatars slash whatever path, which isn't enough. That's just the end result of the path. We need like C drive user app data, but it's not doing that for some reason. Path equals. So let's. What if we do this? What if we do? What if we change it to that? I had some path combination issues the other day, so I wonder if it's the same issue. And it was related to path.combine. Okay, here we go. Oh yes, perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but I can see it's worked. So now that we don't use path.combine, which apparently doesn't combine both paths, I can see the full one here. See, uses smart, app data, local law, Red Phoenix Studios, Space Nomads, and then the avatars. And then I can see it here. Let's have a look. Yep, there's the sprite. Perfect. So if I go in here, generate a few crews, we should eventually see that one now. Not in that one, that's fine. Not in that one, that's fine. Not in that one, that's fine. There we go. I mean, the genders and names don't really match up, so, you know, male, Lindsay, Ngui, I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. They have a male gender, technically speaking. So they have the male avatar. They just don't have a male name because they're not linked in any way yet. So that's all I wanted to do for the mod support, really. Well, that's the avatar section. Now I want to check the names section. So we have a bunch of existing names, default names. Now what's a good way to test this, because it could take even longer to find a first name. If I just do something silly like this, a bit shorter. If I restart the game, we should in theory see that. And this is a bit more simple than loading an image, so it should actually work first time, this one, because I did have it working before. So it will be in avatars, it will be in proc-gen strings in here. So the same sort of thing is going on in here. Although I am again using path.combine when we are fetching the data, so this could be an issue here. It might be a case of doing this again. Remove these. Let's go like this, like this. Just a second. Okay. Game dev streams on YouTube don't seem to do all that well. I think Twitch might actually be a better option. Just for visibility, I think. Although I've tried the gaming category for this stream, so I don't know if that'll make any difference. Right, so I'm not going to see if that worked, am I? I also closed it. Here, strings, names, first names. Oh, that's not good. So it deleted it. First names. Save, do that, refresh, it's still there. If I make this public for a minute, we'll see if it's loaded. And we'll also change that to that, so we're not using path.combine again, where we had issues last time. Let's see. So we create the file. Does it override it? Does it override what's already there? So does that get overwritten? Gets overwritten. Okay. Maybe this isn't as straightforward as I thought it might be. So I think that issue could be here, but... Is there a way to just not override it though? File options. What's in file options? Right through... Sequential scan encrypted, none. No. I mean, less code the better, but it could be a case of this. Oh, Jesus. If I exist, location, persistent data path. Only if the file doesn't exist, we want to create it. If it does exist, then we don't do anything, we don't overwrite it, we can use it. So... I think we'll just have to do that. Come on, AI, do it for me, will you? Not because it's difficult, but because it's laborious. Right, file doesn't... If it doesn't exist, create it. That looks fine. File exists. Okay. Let's remove these path.combines while we're in here. No. AI, please help speed this up for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I say AI, I'm not sure if that's IntelliSense or a Copilot doing that. Could be either one, because it's not really an AI thing, it's just... Anyway. First names is empty. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's got worse. It's gone very bad, very bad. What have we done wrong? Create directory if it doesn't exist, that's fine. Let's put that back in there. So deal with first names, persistent path. Path plus names plus first names. So names directory. Yeah, strings, names, and then the first name file. Which is there. Back up here, if the file doesn't exist, create it. First names should be... First names should be populated anyway with the... There. Okay. So we have loaded from the mod folder. That's good. Although I think the issue now is nothing else is loaded. So only is loaded and nothing else at all, which is obviously an issue. Yeah, so we have errors across the board here. So it's trying to generate system names, which is why this galaxy map is failing. Star system names. Yeah. Star systems. So these are all null now. They are empty lists. That's not the one we want. Why is first names no longer populating? Streaming asset path, which is down here. Strings, names, first names. There they are. So, first names should be populated by the streaming assets, which it does. That was working fine before. The only difference... Ooh. Okay. That's fine, I understand. So... persistent path is correct if the file exists. We should need to combine the existing union with. No, we're doing this the wrong way. So first names file dot read all lines. With the persistent data path to hash set. Is it? Do we need to? Okay. So that would be the first names from the mod folder, and then we want to. And then we want to union that with the existing first names. To list feels a bit messy. Yeah, it doesn't like that, does it? First names. No, because it's a. Okay, if that works, the rest is gonna work when we update it. So first names get from the mod folder, and then combine the names from the mod folder with the default names, which we get from the streaming assets folder. Who requested mod support? You know, no, it's good, it's fun, and it's good to support some modding. It's not crazy modding, it's just avatars and strings currently. But it's fun to do. And yes, here we go, it works. No, it doesn't. So now we have okay, so it's not combined them. We have the default names here, but I don't see which is here. We don't have So yeah, that's it. We failed, guys. We failed. Let's give up. All done. No, I'm joking. We don't do that here. We keep going until it is right. So, what's happening? Okay, we did it the wrong way around. So, we're combining this temporary hash set here with that one, whereas when we actually fetch names, we're using this first name list up here, the one we actually want to use. So this temporary list, that hash set that isn't accessed when we actually fetch strings, that's the one I've updated. So let's just switch these around. Of course yeah, of course. So maybe this should just be a hash set. Hash set string, is that going to give me any... Is this going to give me issues? Or is this going to work nicely? How do I get a random from a hash set? Return first names, which is a hash set. Well, I'm not being set. I don't use hash sets very much, so let me have a quick look. Hash set get random. Pick a random element from a hash set in C#. Or an ordered dictionary? No. Ordered dictionary is a big annotation of 1, which is great, but I don't really have a need for a key and value system. Okay, so we can't just... I don't believe we can just get a random element like that. So, let's do it the other way around. If I keep these as... Come on. If I keep it as a file... if I keep it as a list... let's change it here instead. If we can. Where is it? Okay. It's because it's a hash set. Do we need it to be a hash set? I think we used hash set to use union, but if I'm just combining two lists, I can just add to the end of it, right? Let's see. Come on, AI, IntelliSense, speed this up for me. Fine, do it myself. What's that keyboard shortcut? It's Alt-Shift? Yes. Right, so. Read all lines, what does this give me? It gives me an array, so let's convert that to... Convert that to a list. Thank you. And then first names... I'd like to say plus equals, but yeah, combine, concatenation, concat. Is that going to do what I think it does? C# list concat. Concat. So it's two list. Concat combines two lists, doesn't modify either existing list. That's fine. That's what I expected. I mean, I'd like to know if what I've written works, but we might have to do first names equals first names concat first names to list. But let's just change this. Oh, this is a pain. Yes, let's see if IntelliSense can help me out here. No, yes. Not really. Come on. Busy work. Background's A. No, we're not using hash sets anymore. Equals file dot read all lines. This doesn't have. No. Wait. No, that's wrong anyway. Oh my. Oh no, it's not. No, the persistent purpose. That's fine. Okay. Oh, there's nothing in my eye. This is what happens when I have to type it out myself. Okay, what if I just delete and do it like that? Okay, I knew it would trigger it one way or another. Now, if this doesn't work, it should just be one more tiny change to make it work. Still there, good, so we're not overriding that file by mistake anymore. And if the user deletes that file, it'll just get recreated, ready to be modified again. And it has to be named specifically like this, so if you put in here names, it won't look for that file, so this will be irrelevant. So it only looks for these two specifically named files. So let's see if this works. We don't even need to go into the scene, we can look here. So we have this. Now, again, we don't have is not there, so what's the issue now? Concat first names. First names, let's do it like this then. First names equals first names. Concat my list, to list, again, to list. Let's see if first names works now. I wonder if the gaming tag isn't what I wanted to use here. No visitors. Let's see. What time is it? 6 o'clock here. So, a friend of mine is streaming at the minute. I may go and watch his stream. Anyone here is welcome to join. And I may come back shortly, in a couple of hours maybe. I think this has worked now because I can see 103 entries in the list. Yep, there it is. Right next to Bob. So that's worked. We now have avatar and string modding support. Fantastic, isn't it? Do we have like a celebration sound effects anywhere? No. Let's have a look. Do we have no? Wait, nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. Mod support. We've done it. Custom avatars and custom names. We've done it. It's brilliant. So what next? Apologies if you can hear that dog woofing in the background. Okay, so let's see if this shows up in the game, which it should do. It's in the list, therefore it should show up, no problem. No R's in there. Oh, we have Stella Moore. She has a male avatar. There's no R. Let's see. You just reload the same scene, I think. No. Procedural generation. Generating the same characters for the same scene. Can we get an R in here? So far, no. Aha! There we go. Watson! We've done it. There we go. Yeah, it works. Fantastic. At some point I need to make my own character avatars, obviously, because as nice as these avatars are, they are shamelessly stolen from Star Sector, which is a brilliant game, by the way. Fantastic game if you're into space combat and exploration. And my game is inspired by that, although I'm obviously trying not to copy it. It is a nice inspiration. Let's mute the sound because the audio's a bit loud in this. Yeah, so I'll think about what I want to do on the next stream. Obviously I have a lot of tasks that I want to do, so if we look here, there's a bunch of stuff that's still red or orange. So what I'm doing at the moment is obviously working on the crew system, this one specifically, where we've just implemented the avatars, and there's a little button here. This will be their journal, so you can in theory open that person's journal along your journey, and they'll sort of record how they feel about certain things you've done during your gameplay. So if you attack some pirate ships, these might have an entry in their journal saying, "Oh, that made me happy. We've defeated the pirates." Or you might accidentally shoot a civilian ship in a government system, and then your crew will start to hate you and write about you. Might write bad things about you. So yeah, I could take that as far as I wanted, really. But yes, this task is almost done. This is like a pretty basic version of what I want it to be. I don't know if we want anything else in here. So we just have the name, their role, their background, and a button to open the journal. Journal entries, that's what we need to do next, I think. Cruise ship roles, probably do that off stream because I'm not sure exactly what it entails yet. Person stats and skills, that shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, I'll think of what I want to do in the next stream, and I'll end this one here. If any of you guys want to see my American friend who is also making a game right now, a first-person shooter game, you can go and join us over there, which I'll be watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys later if I think of something I can do on the stream. Yeah, so that's it from me for now. Thanks for anyone that joined in. See you later. Bye bye for now.